Well folks, hello, good evening, good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Let me know you can hear me please, and welcome to the Denis Barnes Out Front Show, or maybe I should call it the Council 12 Out Front Show with their 13th member, me. Yes, unfortunately, well, I'm the 13th member. They tell me that, but you've got to be on the earth, so you can't be the 12th member over there, one of the 12, you've got to be the 13th member on here. So, if you could tell me, if you could hear me, I would appreciate that please. Yes, loud and clear, thank you very much. So, tell me where you're all from. What different parts of England or what different parts of the country? So, people are hearing me loud and clear, that's fantastic, thank you very much. So let me know where you're from, and also remember, this is your time for your questions to be answered. Don't leave it for me to just keep going on all night, talking and talking and talking, right? Ask your questions regarding what's going on in your life, your personal life, and the life of the collective in different countries. What's happening to our spiritual world at the moment with all the riots in America? What's happening to Trump? What's happening to Boris Johnson? What's happening to the United Nations or EU? Ask the questions. What's it all about? Are we ascending? Are we not ascending? Are we going down the rabbit hole? Are we not going down the rabbit hole? What's a white hat? What's a grey hat? What's a black hat? You got all these questions. If you really want to know, ask the questions. So Neil Calvert, hello, Teresa Daly, Lauren Parks, Christine Morris, D Eccles, and I've got to scroll back up. So thank you very much for being here. So the questions are tonight. I've got loads of questions. I've got loads of questions myself, and as always folks, I have to be honest with you, I do not do any thinking in my brain or in my head for when I'm doing a show beforehand, because it's a waste of time. For me, it's a waste of time. And they told me that years ago. Hello, Elizabeth. They told me that years ago. They said, don't start thinking about what you've got to say, beloved, because it will change on the night. It will change on the day. It will change as soon as you get in front of that microphone or on that rostrum, on that stage. Whatever you thought in that mind of yours will be wiped clean, and we will put the energy there. We will put it into you because you're one of us. Your consciousness is aligned with us and our consciousness is aligned with you. So welcome, and welcome New Mexico, welcome London, welcome Vancouver, welcome Somerset, West Yorkshire, welcome. So you've got all these people lining up, and I can feel that they are actually here now because the back of my head is actually standing on end. The hair is absolutely standing on hair. And hello from South Africa, Jennifer Chapman, Tasmania, welcome. So we're going to go across all the world, all the continents. All we need now is somebody from China, somebody from India, and we've got Birmingham, which is just down the M6 here. So, you know, they say technology, it makes the world smaller. But so it does. Now, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Because are the riots affecting us here in England that's happening in America? Yes, they are, because they're doing the streets in London. About the poor chap who supposedly got killed with a police officer on his neck. But you have to look at this. This is me. This is not them. They're saying, well, it's like saying, Dennis, we're giving you free reign at the moment, but we're coming in a minute or two when we know what's going on. It's like, go down the rabbit hole. Yes, it was set up. Yes, it was set up for what? Why was it set up? Why was this incident in Massachusetts set up? Well, you got to go down the rabbit hole and think about this. If the pandemic is not working upon your Mother Earth, there's got to be another story which leapfrogs the people into activity, into reaction. Now, it's the reaction they want of you. But you've got to go down the rabbit hole and think, what's going on? Have you researched it? Are you taking what the media is telling you? Or are you actually sitting back and doing your own research? You've got to do your own research. When I come on here, I can't do my research. I leave it for them to come in, because they're bigger and powerful and better than me, education-wise, intellect-wise, wisdom-wise and spiritual-wise, and they've got more pull of the energy over their part of the world than I have in my part of the world here. And what's it all about? You know, it's to separate us all. It's to separate us from them. Yes, there is a colour bar going on, and they know it's easier to cultivate evil, cultivate fear, cultivate separation from those who do not do the research, who do not go down the rabbit hole and have a look and find out for themselves, rather than believe the media. It's very plain when you look at all the things that are happening now in the world. People are understanding that it is a pantomime. And here in England we have a pantomime over Christmas and the New Year. And it's a farce. It's a laugh where they take the mickey and they have fun. And that's what is happening now across the world. Those who are supposedly in power, who are wanting more power, they're taking the mickey of us. They're trying to, because we've escaped the dungeon wall and the dungeon, they're trying to get us back in by the herd mentality, back on the dungeon walls, into entrapment and enslavement. And you know why they're doing this? By separation. Now, there are ones who know what's going on, but one voice is no good. My voice is no good. Your voice is better. If we all come together, when I say better, stronger, because we all come together as a collective unit, divided we fall, together we go on. So it's better to go on forward and faster, onward and forward and faster as a collective unit, rather than being separated. The reason why I went quiet there, I will just flash the picture. On Facebook this week there was a picture of some coloured people protecting a police officer who was white. They were protecting this police officer who got separated from his squad in the riots. Now they would protect, all these coloured people, black people, were protecting this police officer. Now that, when I saw that, I'm thinking that's very good that, but how many people have picked it up? How many times has it been shown across the world? Not a lot. How many times has it been done in Facebook? I can't find it anymore. How many times has it been posted saying this is what's going on? Yes, we all know it's orchestrated. Everything is set. There's a plan to it all, and it's to pull us down. It's to cause anarchy in the United States. But you know why? Because there's an election coming and they don't want Trump to win. I personally, I think he's a great guy. Somebody contacted me today and said, they sent me a bit of a message having a go. They said, you're supposed to be spiritual, take no sides. Well, you do take sides when you're spiritual. You take the side that is right for you. You take the side that is right for me. I take the side where we have a lot of light coming in. That's my side, where the light is, not the dark and not the grey. If any of you know me by now, I don't stand in the middle. I'm not Mr. Grey Man, I'm the white man. I don't go in the darkness. I am the white, as simple as that. I wear a white hat, and so do other people. Now, when this person was saying, you are spiritual, you shouldn't be taking a political view, you should be unbiased. I said, you can't be unbiased. Spiritually, you can see it from a different point of view. You can go on the mountaintop and you can see two villages at war with each other. And you see who has got the right intent, and you see the ones who are doing the skullduggery. So you have a higher viewpoint. That higher viewpoint basically puts you in touch with the ones that are not winning but are doing it for the right reason. It's the intent. So explain to this person that I don't sit on the fence. I can't, I never have done. This is why they call me upstairs the spiritual assassin. That's the nickname for me, the spiritual assassin. Go down there, Denis, go into the churches, go into the Stanford Hall, go into the Arthur Findlay organisation. And Arthur Findlay himself, well, for the ones who didn't know who Arthur Findlay is, he gave Stanford Hall to the SNU, which is a spiritual movement in Great Britain. And he built up one day in front of me. He's passed, he's gone. And he built up one day and said, this is what you're doing, Denis. You're going down there and this is what you've got to do. And I went down there because I was booked on a course. And I didn't have to go on a course because they didn't teach me anything. But I went with a message, and this message was from Arthur Findlay. So the spirit world used me, right? And they use you as well, just not me. The reason why I'm saying this is probably because you people out there have a platform. And there's lots of you who've got a platform that you can get on, and you can speak, and you can put your thoughts forward from your heart rather than your ego, and speak from your heart, and speak from a white hat point of view. It's no good being in the middle, being on the fence, because being on the fence, you get nothing done. You'll see different sides and you get nothing done. Wasn't it years ago when the Holocaust was about and they tried to eliminate the Jewish people, and a lot of people just let it happen? They let it happen. They could have stopped it. But no, they didn't want to get involved. Now, should we get involved now when we see the extermination of people who are being picked out, who are being targeted, and they've done nothing wrong? They have done nothing wrong except be of a different colour. I'm a different colour. I'm brown, I'm red, I'm white, I'm a licorice all sorts. I'm all colours. It's just that those in charge at the moment, they're targeting. They know it's easier. They know which buttons to push. And we've got to say, no more. No buttons to push. We've got to see from a different point. We've got to stand on the hill. We've got to go up there and see what's happening. And if we see what's happening, we can understand, and then we can choose which side do we go on. We can't change it halfway through. We've got to stay the course. For we're here, reincarnated, incarnated, on purpose, at this time level, at this time frame, this timeline, for this particular reason. We have to be counted. We've got to stand up and say, thus so far, but no more. If we don't, and we don't do it, what's going to happen to the children, our loved ones, your children? I have no children, never been married. I know you can have kids without being married, but that's what I'm saying. No children. Your children. Now, if you don't do a good job of standing up and putting things right in a perspective of your perspective, right? You remember, you were born with the gift of free will, and so were them who are trying to keep you in chains now. They were born with the gift of free will, and they're using their free will to chain you up to the slavery wheel. Slavery was abolished in the United States. It was abolished, but it's not been abolished by the New World Order. It's not abolished at all. They're trying to still entrap us. They're trying to do that. So what do? We can't let it happen, and we can't raise to the bait. We've got to, in a way, look from a different point of view and come together as groups, as sin armies of love, of understanding, and not reacting. Now, everything's been planned. So isn't it time that we plan ourselves? We plan to react. but with wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding, thank you, and with discretion. They're just saying we're here, we're overshadowing at the moment, we're just watching what's going on, watching what our partner says, and putting the right words, or some different words to have flavour to the moment. Because we're working up to us manifesting within Him. At this moment in time, we are just on the edges, just watching, just waiting, just allowing for the team to build. For tonight they're saying it's going to be a team effort. The team effort of the Council of 12, well, that's going to be awesome. Now what the team effort is going to say and do, I don't know, because as I always say, I come here empty. I don't plan this. I stand in front of the source empty, like an empty vessel, and I say, fill me, dear God, dear Father, dear Mother, fill me with your energy and your force, so I can deliver it to my brothers and sisters in a way that they can understand it. Can you understand what's happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want the force to come through? Do you want the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Energy to come through? I'm not a Christian. I'm not used to saying these words. I'm not used to doing these biblical words. The Holy Spirit, the Holy Force, the Holy God, the Trinity. I'm not used to saying that. But for some reason tonight, it's got to be there. It's got to be there. And like we say, all of us work on different aspects of ourselves. So tonight there's probably different aspects of me coming through, or different aspects of the 12 coming through. But I tell you what, share this out with yourself, people. Share this out on your Facebooks now. Bring it forth. Yes, I totally agree. Share it out in your groups on Facebook. Please post it in different groups. Let people know that the Council of 12 are here with a holy message about not being in entrapment once again. You got trapped in the First World War, and you got trapped in the Second World War, when a country, a nationality was basically wiped out. Do you want this happening now? Because what happens in America, ladies and gentlemen, happens in different countries around the world. Now it's been planned for different countries. It's been planned. You've got the Bill Gates, you've got the World Health Organization. They're in plans with different countries. Here in England, they're embedded in the government, but they won't come and tell you. They won't tell you that. They don't want you to know what's happening. It's said in 100 years that England will be subject to Sharia law. Do you want that happening to anybody living in England? Do you want that happening? I won't be here, and probably people listening to this won't be here. But what we've got to do, we've got to react now, haven't we? We've got to react now to what is it? What's happening within our world? How can we combat it? How can we counteract it? Well, you know how we can counteract it is because researching, understanding it, coming together with your friends and family. Not this 2-yard lockout, 2-yard destination. You can't be more 2 yards. Now you can't make love unless you've got a mask on. It's tyranny. They're trying to trap you. You know, for those in America who don't probably know this, or those in different countries, in England, since Monday, that was yesterday, there's a new law. You can't have sex with anybody that is not of your household. You can't have sex in your house with anybody that's not of your household. So I say to people, get in the car. Go and be a teenager. Try that back seat out again. Or try that front seat out again. What I'm trying to do is bring fun to it. It's a mockery. They're going to tell us when to breathe next. They're going to tell us when to breathe in and then breathe out. Now if they tell us to breathe in and they don't tell us to breathe out, we could suffocate. So what are the masks for? You tell me what the masks are for. You put a mask on, you can't talk. You're breathing in your carbon dioxide, you're going to poison yourself. But spiritually, you're a slave. You're gagging yourself. You're in order. They're saying put the mask on because you're one of the many. You're one of the herd that we're trying to cull. We don't want you speaking out. So put a mask on. No, symbolic. You're right, Diacos. It's symbolic. So what do we do when things are symbolic? We burn them. We come against them. It could be like a French Revolution where, you know, Madame Guillotine came out for those people who were rough roading the normal people of France. They didn't stand it. They don't stand it anymore. So they took law into their own hands, and it did change. I'm here in England, in America. Well, America at the moment is taking law into their own hands. Do you know why? Because there's an election coming up soon. Everything's planned, and you know what's planned? To try to ruffle the feathers of President Trump. I wish we had Trump in this country. I wish Boris Johnson was a lot more like Trump with a backbone. I really do. Instead of listening to his spiritual, no, it's not spiritual advisors, his scientific advisors. The one minute changed their mind, the one minute they say we're not changed their mind, but they have. They just reword it, but the words read the same if you think from your heart. So what's it all about? Control of you and control of me. Well, I do not consent. Do you consent? Do the human race consent to living in slavery? There are those from different planets, different solar systems. Listen, this is serious. There are those from different planets, different solar systems, want to come here and share their technology with us. But they can't do. Do you know why? Because they say, it's your mess, you clean it up. We cannot help you. I ask the same question to my people. What is going on here? Why don't you come and give us the answers, help us? And they say, Denis, humankind made it. They made the mess. They have to clear it up. Or else we will be clearing up and clearing up and clearing up. You've got to have responsibility for your actions throughout all your life, because there is such a thing still operating in karma. It's like a mirror. Somebody puts a mirror up in you and you look at yourself and you can see that you shouldn't be doing things. That in a way describes karma. It's a mirror. It's a mirror that will come back at you in a couple of years' time, and it will show you what you did, and you'll have a regret. Sometimes you'll have a fantastic feeling that brilliant, I did the right thing at that time. It's all about how you live real now, how you love real, and how you kick the ego, which is body identified. You get a baseball bat and you knock it out of the court. Because the ego is body identified. The soul is who, what, and it. How you should be merging in for your soul, your spirit, your higher self. It's about merging all three aspects of you. Your soul, your spirit, your higher self. And when you've got all these three aspects, number 3, the most powerful number on the universe. 3 3s are 9. So do it 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 9. If you've got this aspect, you can understand what we're talking about. Tonight we're going to be talking in codes as well, because, you know, your social media is pulling its hair out now, trying to find ways to control those people with a platform. I do not have a platform. I have what I call a family. You're my family. If I'm your family, let me know, please. And it's right. It's about living in the now moment. Hello, Diane. Nice to meet you here again. So it's about living in the now moment, and in that breath, everything you've ever wanted is there. You have to milk the breath, and in that breath, between the breath is everything. But the trick is, how do you get between the breath? You breathe in. You don't breathe out. You breathe in. Your conscious is clear, your mind's clear. That's in between the breath. And if you can make in between the breath so crystal clear, so peaceful and calm, you'll be able to see with your spiritual aspect, your higher self tunes in, you'll be able to see what is going on in between the breath. But as you breathe in and breathe out, you've got to breathe in because you need the life. But that life will give you that split second, or that 2 or 3 moments of pure bliss in between the breath, where you can find the peace. Now if you can find that on a constant day, on a constant avenue of searching, you can widen that period of time. You can widen it. You can actually not breathe for a couple of minutes, some people, and some people can not breathe for longer. And in that not couple of minutes, you can find peace. And in that peace, you'll find an understanding. And in that understanding, you'll find intuition is strengthened. And you link to that divine spirit, no matter what you call it, is linked as well. So the thing is, you've not got to be scared. People have contacted me and said, Dennis, I'm really upset. Can you give me some indication? I'm saying, don't worry. Because if you worry, that's what you want. You've just not got to worry. You've got to go to your partner, you've got to have fun, you've got to make love, you've got to share with each other. And you know why they don't want you to, do you know why they want you to wear a mask? Because when you kiss, when you talk, when you make love, you become closer, you become as a unit, you become loyal to each other, you become as one, but there's two of you, so you become stronger. The act of making love should not be said, you cannot do it, you must not do it. We are the government and we tell you what to do. Well, two fingers to the government, they do not tell you what to do. Only thing tells you what to do, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for pointing, but up the government, you know what to do. It sits within you. What do you do? Well, you tune into your higher self first and foremost by the thing called meditation, by peace and quiet, by holding the breath. And as you hold the breath through a practice, you become in tune. You become more of that divine energy. And when you're with that divine energy, the God, the source, can talk to you. We are talking to our instrument now because we listen to the source that is guiding us to guide him. And we guide other instruments as well that have the bottle to stand up and be counted. So please, remember what's going on here tonight. We speak in code and we say to you, as our brothers and sisters who are having this experience on your Mother Earth, stand up for yourself. Do yourself a favour, because if not, some of you will want to come back on the earth and stand up and take the chance again because, oh, I missed it last time. Now I need to go back down there. I need to stand up for what is right. But what you stand up for what is right in the next period of time, in your next life extension, will be completely different, or should be different, if you stand up now. Because remember, you're going to pop your clogs sooner or later. You're going to croak it. As Abraham Hicks says, you're going to go to the other side. Then you'll have a life review, and then you're going to say, I didn't do very well. Oh, you did do very well. That's what you do. Look, that's what you say very well. And some of you are going to choose to come down again and to put things right, or to have a different experience of following your bliss, doing what floats your boat, doing what turns you on in any shape or form without putting other people in slavery. Now that's what's turning on those captives who want to captive you. Putting you in slavery floats their boat. Well, we've got to put a hole in their boat. And how we put a hole in their boat is we start to become stronger. We gain the knowledge. We gain the respect of ourselves. You know, now this is a hard one. You know when you've not respected yourself. You know when you've disillusioned yourself. And you know when you could have done better. All of you. Even him who we speak through now looks at this every single day. Looks at the thoughts he thinks and the feelings he has and think, he should not be doing that. He should be thinking of a different way, putting a twist to it. We copped him today when he was riding his bike. He was going down the canal to do some shopping rather than take the car. And he has a mantra going down the canal. This is his mantra, I am experiencing in all areas of my life positivity. I am experiencing in all areas of my life abundance and positivity, right speaking, right acting and right feeling. That is his mantra. We gave him that mantra. So if you can have a mantra that you say to yourself, even in them moments where you're not sure, you have this positive mantra which uplifts you, we guarantee you that your life will be more happy in a way of you understanding it. Now everything will not be given to you at the moment in time. You have to work for it. You kind of have to work on everything. You have to work on finding out what is going on, finding out the nearest rabbit hole to you, and then having the guts to go down it, because sometimes when you go down the rabbit hole you will not like what you find, so you have to be prepared. And being prepared, ladies and gentlemen, is having an understanding of what protection, what meditation, how to arm yourself. When you arm yourself with the right thoughts, the right feelings, this is developed by the practice of meditation. You see where we're going? We're giving you the skills, we're giving you the knowledge of how to become more stronger, more independent. And as you become more stronger, independent as a person, you also attract your family members. They become more stronger because they look at you, your parents or your brother and sisters, saying, why are you so strong? Where have you got this knowledge from? Why are you so happy? And then you tell them, you share with them at a level that they can understand. It's no good giving them everything because they'll be spiritually sick, so you can't do that. And we will say you have to give them a piece of angel cake and a sip of water so they can digest the knowledge before you give them a 3-course meal. Because if you give them a 3-course meal on spirituality, they will be sick. We could give you our knowledge now of different time frames and what these time frames mean, but he'll have a headache and he won't be able to understand what's going on, and neither would you. So it's all about control. How do you now control yourself? In what area do you control yourself? That is our question to you. We will be back. We will give him a few moments to gain equilibrium, because when we come you can tell that we're here, because his speech is like a Tommy gun. It is non-stop. This is not him normally. This is us, the energy coming through. The pictures we paint. And we give him more pictures to look at. He sees them in a jiffy. He sees them instantly. It's a block of energy. He understands the block of energy. He understands the pictures. And he paints it in what you may call English words in a way that you can understand the picture. He tries to paint the picture or bring the picture through in words that describe it to you. But you must then colour in the picture again to your liking of what it means and how it means for you at this moment. The rabbit holes you need to go down. We talk in codes. So, do you have any questions for him? Do you have any questions for us? We are the Council of 12 Ascended Masters, and we come as a group called the Collective Energy of the 12. Yes, we are names that you would know of upon your earth plane. But tonight we come as a group, as a collective energy. And if one person steps forward out of the group, he or she will tell you who they are. So do you have any questions about your own personal circumstances at this moment, or what is going in your world at the moment with different countries, with different governments, and what their agenda is? The ball is in your park. Over to you. So why is that working? So he is looking to find out what's going on here. That's better. Now we can see what's going on. Good. So let's have a look at this. You're right. Okay, I'll do the first question first. Well, it's not a question, but it's a statement. A lot of them don't get it. This from Lorraine Parks. A lot of them don't get it, no matter how many times we try to show them the way. Yeah, because they're being blinded by their own ego, and they're being controlled by other people. They're not thinking for themselves. They've not connected. They've not separated the ego from the soul. They're taking the lead from the ego, which is keeping them body identified and trapped. That's why they're not reaching out and seeing what's going on. They're being led like farm sheep. Okay, we're done with that one. Is the old system crumbling? Yes, the old system is crumbling, but those bricklayers who built the wall that we're trying to demolish are busy trying to plaster the bricks back up so it doesn't crumble as fast as it should do. It will crumble in time, and we've got to be taking the wall down brick by brick. It is crumbling, but we've still got to redouble our efforts and call on our guides, inspirers, to help us, to show us, to guide us how to bring the weakest part of the wall down so it crumbles. Remember the Berlin Wall, it went down. Remember, Rome was burnt. Rome was burnt, it came down. And it was powerful. It was manipulative. It conquered lots of countries. So everything can come down with the right pressure and the right intention. We are done with that question. Italy. Amanda Bradbury. Italy is on the recovery. Italy is still going to go through a few political changes, and there could be political changes that not very hard, not very easy to palate. There could be political changes that nobody saw coming. There could be the elimination of certain people in high places by other people that are, I'm watching words I'm saying here, I'm speaking in code here. There could be replacement of beings who have been there for a long time. They could be replaced with a political strategy by those who want to still manipulate Italy for the money. But you are on the road to recovery on the health situation, because people are seeing it in your neck of the woods as they're seeing it in different parts of the world as a little bit of power grab to suppress the people. That's our answer to that. So how can I Sam, Marina, Allison, not sure what you're asking there. What's Pamela Swan? What is my strong ability? How can I better stability? Well, we've had this conversation privately, haven't we? Your ability is to, which you've only tapped in slightly, your ability they're showing me is to go deep within your heart chakra, to go deep within your heart chakra and only do those things that float your boat. And they're saying to me, you have to cut out the outside vibration. You have to cut out those vibrations which are pulling on you, that stops you from going within and finding the answer. So you have to cut out those external voices, external memories, external people that sometimes come to stop you from going within. Your finest ability, what you've not tapped into at this moment, Pamela, is actually being at one with yourself. That's your greatest ability. And then when you come at one with yourself, everything else you'll find coming easy. You'll have another ability because you're at one with yourself, and these abilities then will start to mount up. You say, oh, I've got that ability. I didn't know I had that. Oh, well, yeah, I did know I had that, but I didn't work on it. Now you can work on it. These abilities will come. And the greatest ability, the second greatest ability you'll have, is to put your hands on people, to give them your energy. Ask them to receive your energy. That's another great ability you have. The third ability, so there's three abilities here. Go within, find your heart. That's the best ability. Heal your hands are healing. Touch people with their permission. Your mouth, your words can heal. That's another ability. Put these together and you've got Sat, Tat. The Mother, the Father and the Holy Ghost. That's what they're talking about. You've got the ability. That's the answer to that. So, okay. Well, our son was long enough to live long enough to Great Awakening come into life. The Great Awakening in a while was about 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So some of us are. We probably won't be here because it's an ongoing situation all the time. So it won't be next week or it won't be July the 4th or July the 5th or Independence Day. It won't be like that, fireworks and rockets. It's an ongoing thing. But if we choose and we've got the right understanding and the right way of thinking about ourselves, we can actually come back if we want to, incarnation. But we'll have to come back as a newborn baby, and we probably won't understand it. So let's hope that most people have a long and healthy life. Then they can see and they can feel and they can judge for themselves what they've been working for. Okay, so that's our answer on that. So, Helen Bailey, the light is always more powerful than the dark, good or evil. It's a balance. There has to be dark, there has to be light. There has to be dark to show the light, and there's going to be dark to welcome the light. So it's a balancing act. Now we all like to think that the evil will overcome, and I suppose it will do. But it's not about that. It's about how do we react now? What do we feel in ourselves? Is the evil or is the darkness? In all of us there's an aspect of it, but we have to do that. We have to do the shadow work. We have to understand that the ego will kind of instruct us or tell us in charge. Because if the ego was all good, there wouldn't be all this commotion in the streets of America or in the government here with lockdown, with briberies. There wouldn't be all that. The ego is manipulating the soul, and once we realize that we are a divine person with sovereignty, we can take this all back. But in taking all things back that have been stolen off us and that we've been given of our free accord, there will be some turmoil within ourselves and within on the outside world. But that can all be overcome, because they're telling me you've got all your weapons, you've got all your tools, you've got your heart, you've got your words, you've got your wisdom, you've got the wordsmiths out there, you've got the people who talk in codes, the invisible ones who can't be seen, who go between people giving messages, and they're the shapeshifters of your world. But they are good shapeshifters. They're not what you may call shapeshifters of Eagle or Star Trek or Enterprise. They're shapeshifters of the humankind that can shape a dark situation, shape it into a light situation, and give it to one of you people who are working for the light. Remember, you're all working from the light. All of you are from the light, and all of you are spiritual. But when you came down onto this earth, the ego got a lot of you and decided it wants to be in charge. And remember, you were given the gift of free will. So you still got the gift of free will. What do you wish to do with it? The choice is yours. Go down the rabbit hole, wear the white hat, be black or be white. Don't be grey, because grey, you're sitting on the fence and doing nothing. Right, okay. Why did Trump hold the Bible upside down? Don't know. He could have got it wrong. Who knows? Or it could have been cold. Not sure about that. Okay, thanks very much. So basically, thanks Maxine. Okay, let's go back to I'm quite aware that I'm a judgment person, judging others when I'm out on the town. Too fat, too thin, yeah. I judge myself, not good enough, won't amount to anything. Ooh, yeah, okay, fine. So, you're admitting you're judging, right? That's not you. Neil, that's not you. You're not judging. It's your ego. It's judging. It's your body template that's judging. You were born under a certain astrological sign, and that certain astrological sign, some of its sign, some of its knowledge, traits, could be judgmental. So don't worry about it. And that, what I would say now, because they're not pumping into me at the moment, I am saying, every time you have a judgment, stop it and supersede it with a positive statement. A judgment could be a good judgment, but when you're having a judgment of something that's negative, like you said, too thin or too fat, let's not go down to it. If it's negative, change it to a positive statement, a positive judgment. Rather than a statement, rather than judgment, don't judge, because there you will be judged either. So have a statement, change the statement, change it into a positive affirmation. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, fine. I can strengthen my meditation. Just meditate a lot more. Maxine, just meditate a lot more. That's all you got to do. Keep the light there, meditate, ask for help, ask your guides. That's how to do it. Teresa Daly, UK seems to want to isolate itself from Europe and go alone. How will this work out? Can we be less separatist? I'm asking. The UK has to go it. The Great Britain, they're calling it Great Britain now. It's funny how they should say Great Britain. They're playing with words, they're speaking in codes. The UK or Great Britain, doesn't matter where it comes from, has to go it alone to gain back the respect, the domination that they had many, many years ago, before playing into the hands of the European allegiance. The UK government was sold down the road by certain politicians for certain reasons. That's coming to the fore now. More will be said as a later date. Separate sometimes is the right way to go. For if you're strong and you're purposely and you put your back to the oars and you make power and you make pace, and once again we're talking in words, in codes here, you will bring other people on board. You will not be rowing the boat on your own, UK, Great Britain. Other countries will come in the boat with you. When they see that you can do it, they will know that the taskmasters that you have escaped from will be trying to entrap them into the same circumstances you escaped from. So your boat of freedom is not just for you, the UK, it's for those other European countries who are on the brink of not sure what to do. It's not been in your newspapers yet, this information we're giving to our partner now, for we see the bigger picture. But there will be news of this before the end of your summer months. Watch your media. However, they will twist it. Come back, ask the questions, we will bring it forth in our code, in our way of speaking, that you will truly, hopefully, understand. Go down the rabbit hole, find out, be prepared, be strong, build your courage up, ask your guides and inspirers, your loved ones, your guides and inspirers, ask the source to protect, to give you the fire in your belly, to not be separate from the love, from the direction, from the spirit of the power that guides you and all people. We're done with that question with the UK. Will the people, as sovereign beings, everything is working for? This is the question here. We could answer this question in layers, but we will say this to you straight away. The main answer we're going to give to you is yes. Everything is workable. Everything is sustainable. When you come together as communities of pure love, you build up a bubble of essence, of determination. It won't be manipulated. And then this bubble can be strengthened by a brick wall and then by an iron wall. So yes, you come together, you form your alliances, you listen, you speak, you talk, you love, you understand, you nurture, you become parents to other communities, and watch the understanding of you shoot forth from new soil upon your earth. For your earth will be burnt, and there will be new soil and new shoots coming through the soil. Look at Australia. When it was bushfired, it was burnt. There is new growth. And this happens all the time. Once again, we're speaking code, so come back to our words and open your heart and listen in how we instruct you to find your communities and find those who can guide you in the invisible and point you to the people in the physical that can give you strength, upliftment, determination and stamina. That's our question. The reason why he's looking and not talking is for he's watching us walk towards him. And as we walk towards him, we bring he's looking at what we bring him. And we are bringing him a wooden cross, which is symbolic. What does the wooden cross mean to you, beloveds? For those who hear this message now, what does this wooden cross that we bring to you as a symbol of our unity coming behind this symbol that you know upon your Mother Earth? And once again, we talk in codes. When you have a purpose, when you have a token of authority, when you have a goodwill gesture, then you are coming together from the heart. And we here, as a collective unit, come together behind this banner, and we walk forward with this banner to all those who can hear our words and can decipher what the wooden cross means to you. Our beloved partner is trying to understand our direction with the wooden cross, for it is a new thing that we bring him this evening time for him in England. But now he knows to step aside and let us instruct. The people can hear our words and our message. The wooden cross is a symbol of Christianity, is a symbol of hope, is a symbol of love, is a symbol of truth. We could go on. But what banner do you walk behind, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters? What banner will you form your communities with? What banner will you put before you? And we hope is a banner of love, hope, sincerity, and love and trust. That's the banner that we want to give to you. So we remove the banner of the cross and we place it with a banner for all people, of all races, of all colours, of all intellect, and of all expressions of freedom. We walk behind this banner of freedom, and we want to walk with you. We wish to walk with you, but you have to become free. You have not to have a banner of slavery in front of you. You have to have a banner, your own banner, hope, glory, freedom. I do not consent. You do not consent. What is your banner? Your banner today. What is your banner, beloveds? We speak as always in code, but we speak without deflective words that you can understand sooner or later. What is your banner? What is your motto? What is it tattooed on your heart? Freedom or slavery? What is your banner? Post your banner in the room so he can see, we can understand the words that we say that are motivating you. Put your banner out to other people. Let them see what your banner is. The banner is your badge of honour, your badge of communion, your badge of understanding, your badge as a human being. What is your banner today? A banner of love, a banner of hope, a banner of despair, a banner of slavery. What is your banner? Symbolic gestures are so powerful. Once again, we don't come with flimsy words this evening. We come with words that are powerful. Our banner is our shield. Our words is our sword. What do you want your banner to be made of? Paper or steel? What do you want your sword to be made of? Wet paper, mash, or forged steel that can cut through the elements that stand before you, that stop you going behind your banner of love, determination, truth and proof and peace. That is the banner that we all stand behind here. The banner of human progression, the banner of coming together as a collective force for one, a banner of going down the rabbit hole, all of you, and finding out for yourselves, a banner of going down into the cities, under your cities where people have been entrapped, where the human trafficking has been going on, a banner, a shield, a sword. That could be your banner. Come to us, beloveds. Ask, we will give. Ask in meditation what your banner is. For your banner should be human beings coming together, entwined with the banner hope, love, understanding at this moment. Not next year, not in a new timeline, but in this timeline, here and now, for yourselves. That is the banner we bring forward. It's funny how he looked at the cross, which way, thinking what's going to happen here. But he stepped aside and allowed us to come through. And we did say we would come through tonight with a force, with an energy. We are the 12. We're the 12, the count of 12, 12 ascended masters. And we speak with love, with understanding. We don't speak about the law of attraction. We don't speak about going up your spiral. We don't think about other things. We talk now. The battle is now. What is your banner? What are you going to make your banner of? How do you stand behind your banner? Is your banner big enough for your tribe? Big enough to you to put other people and say, come behind my banner. If you've not made your banner yet, come behind us. We are your banner. Your guides, your inspirers, your loved ones have gone before. They're your banner. The ones that you pray to, they're your banner. We have the biggest banner in the world, in this galaxy, and that is called the Source. That is the banner that we come under. We are a collective unit, but we come one by one to you if you ask us. And we will help you to guide, to make your banner for yourself. We will be with you, beloveds. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is remember who you are. And remember your link to the divine, to the source. Remember your prayers, your words, your thoughts. Remember that you are a child of God, and your God, call it source, will not forget you. Ask. Demand. Demand of the source that he gives you, she gives you, Mother, Father God, give you the love, the protection, the understanding, the knowledge, the enlightenment that you seek forth now to go forward into your world as a beacon of love, a beacon of hope for yourself and your brothers and sisters. That is our message of love and hope. That is our banner bringing forward tonight. Thank you for allowing us to come through in this way once again. We will return next Tuesday. And if you wish to know more, reach out to our partner. For we are always here. We are never separate. And he's the 13th member of the Council of 12, but he's our earth member. For there has to be somebody on earth to receive our messages and to have our conscious merging together. On that note, beloveds, he's becoming tired now. To hold the energy that we bring forth is not easy. So we will step out the way and return him back to you and say thank you so much for allowing us to express our love for you, our brothers and sisters. Remember, we are with you. We are walking beside you, in front of you, all the time. Remember, you are perfect and powerful. And no evil shall become you unless you drop your guard and invite it in. And we ask you not to do that. And once again, we speak in code here. We will say good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are. Namaste. God bless. They just told me I may return. Oh, thank you. Well, folks, I don't know what happened then. So, I haven't got the energy to talk anymore. So please, if you like the show, let me know. If you like the show, let other people know. If you're looking for consultations, life coaching, channeling from the Council of 12 Ascended Masters, one by one, let me know. Reach out to me. I'm here to help all the time. So hopefully, thank you very much. God bless. If you want to donate, that would be great. That'd be really good. Go to thecouncil12.com and there's a donate page there. That will be really helpful. So in the meantime, see you next week. God bless. Take care. Remember, go down the rabbit hole. Work on yourself. Be a white hat. Don't be a black hat. Don't be a grey hat. Be a white hat the best you can. And share this video if you will. Good night, God bless, and see you next week. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for spiritual guidance in all areas of your life? Are you looking for direction and purpose on your spiritual path, along with insight into how the world is now? Are you seeking divine guidance as you merge more into your higher self? Are you expressing yourself to others from the mind rather than the heart? And are you seeking a higher knowledge that resonates with your everlasting soul? Well, if you can answer yes to any of those questions, then Denis Barnes and the Council of 12 are here to assist you as you walk amongst the jungle of mankind. For more information, visit www.denisbarnes.com. That's DenisBarnes.com.